Alright, guys, so welcome back. Alright. I am not the biggest fan of doing these live feed videos. I don't. Okay, so basically, this is being done today because I really appreciate all the people that have been subscribing. The channel's been growing a little quicker than I expected, and yeah, it's been fun. I didn't know if I actually even wanted to make a YouTube channel. I just enjoyed collecting the stuff and finding it and hunting for it. So starting the channel has been kind of cool. I've been introduced to some of the subscribers. A lot of like-minded people. It's been just fun, just putting the channel together little by little. So I kind of have this goal from about 200 subscribers. After I hit 200, I'll really start to put serious. I'll up the level of the channel. I'll start doing edited videos. I'll start recording them on better cameras. I have all that stuff. I actually run a different channel, and it takes up most of my time. This is something completely different. So, like I said, I didn't know if I wanted to do this. I didn't know if I had time to do this. So I do what I can, and to see it grow has been fun. If it keeps building, I'll put more, like even more time into it. There's so much stuff here in this room to see, to talk about, things you've probably seen before and other things you've never seen before. There's very, very rare stuff in this room. There's common stuff, but everything has a theme. It is vintage wrestling for the most part. I have some modern day stuff, as you see in front of you guys on the second shelf there, upper, is all Mattel stuff. That's all newer stuff, and I started collecting it because there's the Legends line, and then it got me into getting some of these new Mattels, which are cool. But then below it, I collect Superstars because they are vintage, in my opinion. Like, it's basically if a AWA, a Remco, and a Hasbro were mixed together, you get the Superstars. I don't really know if I'm going to finish collecting them. I have on the wall that's to the left out of the camera view, there's an entire wall of men on card ones of all the first series to like series 11 or something like that. But yeah, there's just so much stuff in this room. So, give the videos a like if you like them. It'll help us kind of build this. And like I said, if I see that there's interest, I have so much stuff to do here. I'll take the channel a little more serious, and I'll really start to kick out the content for you guys. So we'll do more like live toy hunts and stuff like that too. So my entire collection is built by things that I've found in person. I don't do mail order. I don't do the internet. I think that's cheating. It's too easy to just get on eBay and find every single thing you're looking for. But if you had to go hunt for it and find it, you're going to appreciate it a little more. It's going to make it a challenge. So that's what I do. That's what this collection is. And today, right here next to, sorry for all the moving. Right here next to the jacks, we have this Mattel MOTU Roddy Piper, Masters of the Universe. So I don't collect these. This will be my very first one. And it will end up determining what I do. So How you doing, Daniel? How's everybody? You guys are doing good? Yeah, so there's a wall of all Bone Cruncher stuff. This is all stuff from the 90s. Um, things when I was a kid that I would have collected. So let me try to fix this a little bit for you guys. You'll just see a little more of the collection as I move you around for a second. Let's see how that works. That's pretty good. Not the best, but it should work. So I have some comparison stuff here. This is what we're opening. So this is Masters of the Universe, Roddy Piper. It says Evil Hot Rod is what the figure's named, I guess. On the front here it says highly articulated for power posing. In this series, I believe it comes with, you can get Becky Lynch. I would like to have the Macho Man. And I wouldn't mind having the Steamboat too. But, I mean, Hot Rod, I kind of had to. Roddy Piper, I dig that. And I kind of want to see, when we open this, what will we compare it to? Like, I personally think that these figures and the Superstar figures are very similar to if you took an AWA figure and a Hasbro and you put them together. I feel like you would get this or something very similar. So we have stuff to compare it to. We have the I don't even know what year these would be. What year is that? 1991 Hot Rod Hasbro. Oops. Then we have other stuff. These are the retros. This is a line that Mattel does. I don't really collect these. I picked this one up because I believe it's one of the first ones. I think it's kind of rarish now. But, yeah, so I snagged a hold of it. It's got some weird belt, like a knockoff belt. But it's the only one I have for the retros. And so I just put it with my collection of these. What these are is Mattel. These are modern Superstars. So these this is my favorite modern line by far, no comparison. Mattel makes some pretty crazy figures. Like they specialize in all the accessories and the articulation. I have an Ultimate over there of a Mr. T from them, really cool, but I'm not a fan so much of that. I am a fan of the figures that really don't articulate much. It gives me nostalgia. It's what I remember as a kid. So as a child, I would say the first toy, like legit toy, that I could ever in my life remember having was this right here. I'm gonna grab it. I'll show you. This. The first toy I can ever remember playing with as a kid, having as a kid, like this was it. Let me get that light a little bit. So this is LJN. Hillbilly Jim. These are from 1984. So here is, I just had to get that out. Any chance I get to talk about the Hillbilly Jim, sorry. If you subscribe to the channel, later on, you're just going to be like, dude, can you stop talking about the Hillbilly Jim figure? Because that's my childhood right there. I carried that thing everywhere, played with it. So I'm trying to remember if this came out the exact same time. yeah, it would at least be, yeah, for sure the same year. So we have the Hot Rod LJN. Really it's a pretty slick figure. I don't have the kilt, so if anybody has one of those and you just want to send it to me, I will take it. But yeah, those are like rubbery kind of figures. And then you move into your Hasbros, which are these. This is what started me in figure collecting. Is I found a Hulk Hogan, and then I found another one at a flea market. Most of my stuff comes from a flea market. Uh, I buy a lot of new stuff, a lot of open stuff that's loose. So, all right, let's get focused here. The only other thing I have to show you, I showed you the superstars. So this is Mattel, but everything other than this retro, that's Mattel, and the superstar Mattel. This is all vintage stuff. So this is 1999 Toy Biz Roddy Piper with a different kilt. I don't believe that's the right kilt, but it works for me. So we just have some Roddy Piper figures here to compare our Roddy Piper figure to. These other ones are AWAs, and I don't even know. These came out first. I believe these were the very first wrestling figures. Is those so? We need that one. All right, so let's do this. Master of the Universe, Roddy Piper. I watch unboxings and stuff. I guess the main thing that I watch and that actually like probably made me get in to where I was enjoying figures was Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, and I would watch Cardona and Myers because I knew them from WWE, and I was like, well, this is kind of cool. And then I just little by little got to where I was watching everything that they put out, and then I started to kind of get some knowledge when it come to figures. You know, I started to know things about them, and little by little, after finding some things out about them, I eventually bought my first Hogan Hasbro, and then now it's an obsession that's gotten out of control. So, first thing, Masters of the Universe, WWE. It's Mr. T. Piper on it. Guess it comes with a little comic. I guess, let's just go ahead and go all the way through it. So, the great battle has begun. A darkness threatens to consume WWE Eternia. At the faction of evil What? As the faction of evil superstars rise from parts unknown to control the balance of power. But the heroic superstars accept the challenge to defend the planet and determine who are the masters of the WWE universe. And it gives a little stats on him. 6'2", 230, supersonic speech, and chaos magic caster are his superpowers. And then loudmouth battle axe is his foreign object. Alright, so here's your little comic. It says Piper Slime Pit. Luckily here, T, you come all the way around here with your mohawk talking big and bad like a real tough guy, don't ya? But let me tell you something. This is my pit. Okay. That means my rules. Now we're down to here. All of a sudden, I guess I get into a fight. Enough jibber jabber, Piper. I pity the fool who, and then the fight starts. Don't throw rocks at a man with a battle axe. So not only is it entertaining, it's like the literature is just top notch. It's poetic almost, and that's sarcasm. So, all right. So this we got. Oh no! Don't do that. We got Pepper. I mean, you could see this figure in the package. I dig it. I think it's a good Piper figure. See, I actually have, I have another one of these. So I have two of these, mint on card. And that's the reason I'm opening this one, because I have two of them. And I was able to slip all of those out without having to cut all the clear stuff. You know what I'll do sometimes? And I think I'm going to do it this time. I try to save these little clear rubber band, plasticky rubber band things, because you can help with like your figures holding, like if they wear a robe or something like that, they can kind of come in handy, especially the little small ones. Alright, so the bubble, you don't want to see that. Alright, so here's the thing I don't like. Look at the side profile. Like, why? That's unnecessary. Square pecs? I don't know if I'm into the square pec thing. Like, actually, I know I'm not into the square pec thing. But, pretty sick figure. I mean, they had to make them look like Masters of the Universe as much as possible, so that, I guess, because, I don't know. I wouldn't have. I think that's where they went wrong. I wish they would just do figures like this. Whoa. The articulation is wild, though. And the feet are just so small. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I like how they used to have the bigger feet on. My favorite, right now, maybe Titantron figures. Look how big and goofy the feet look. But that's cool, because they pose a lot better that way. I'll have to take an hour to pose it. Alright, so let's see what he's got here. I think it, what did they call his battle axe? The loudmouth battle axe or something like that? Oh, why does it gotta be blue? Whatever. So, spoiler alert, it's blue. Just a blue battle axe. Cool. Do we put game? Oh, of course. So I'm sitting here telling you how I'm not a fan of the square pecs. So I feel like they knew that was gonna be. And look at, they give you extra ones. Like, you give me extra ones. I didn't want the ones that are on it. You send me extra ones. That's crazy. But so, why is there two hot rods? What? I'm confused now. Alright. So, you get this one. It just says hot rod with the exclamation point. That's the one he's got on. What is this? And then this one, I didn't even look at it. What's it say? Oh, it's just the same thing, hot rod, but it's all scratched up. Alright, let me see this thing. What is up with this? Where does that thing... What? I don't even understand. What is this? I don't even know what these are. So, Um, I'm gonna have to figure that out. I probably should have like done some kind of research before I opened it. But same thing, hot rod, hot rod. I mean, he's got a sexier skirt on, I guess. I don't know what that's all about, but um, this one's weird. This one's normal. So put the hot, and they stick to the original. So your original's right back here. It says hot rod. Well, that's it. Maybe I should look on the back of the packaging real quick before I end this. Paulie, what's up? To show battle damage. Yeah, so but you say chest plate, so I'm still confused. How am I supposed to put those on? Because if you look at it, oh shoot, my bad. I'm sorry. I just don't see where those go on. If you look, like it doesn't like fit. There's something that I'm not seeing. I'm probably just an idiot. So it's really weird. Because it is, I mean, it looks like it's maybe supposed to go there, but it definitely does not fit. And there's no way to take the original. Oh! I wonder if. Let me see something. Doesn't the like shirt and stuff come? Okay. Hang on here. Maybe I'm just. His head just fell off. And his battle axe. Alright, so there's his head. There's battle axe. I'm trying to take his shirt off. Pause. Okay. Okay, I almost did something. Alright. Well, stop clicking back together. Sure, I'm so glad I did this live. Because what if I wouldn't have done it live, how would people know that I struggle so much? And I don't know anything about it. Okay, so there's the back of the shirt. I went ahead and got that off. Huh. Does that thing really come off? I don't see a seam. Oh, I see how it clips in now. This is correct. It's kind of cool. Like, I mean, not really, but maybe. He got so frustrated he lost his head. That's how aggravated he was with me just trying to, like, get started here. Alright, come on. Alright, so now, perfect. Perfect. This is going exactly to plan. If only I could just fall it, like, make it fall 4 or 5 more times. That would just make the video perfect. Okay, so if you look from the inside of the shirt, now I can see something. So, okay, it does come out of there. Here, why it was confusing is I was looking for a seam to clip these into on the outer edge of the shirt, and there's no seam. So the actual, it sits on the inside, you don't see the seam. So let's okay, this hot rod has 2 slices. Now I see everything. Alright. So the one's they're not exactly the same. But I don't want to break it. But muscle won't take an hour trying to get it out. Like, you have to go get tools to get this stuff undone. This is crazy. Why is it... Aren't these supposed to be meant for, like, kids and stuff? How's a kid ever supposed to get this undone? Kids would never be able to do that. I use scissors. Kids aren't supposed to use scissors. Alright. So I got that out. Now it all makes sense. Okay. So that's why I couldn't see a seam, because it actually sits on the inside. So I turn into what's his name? Who does the roast battles? Oh, Tony from Kill Tony. So that guy's crazy. Alright, so yeah, you just put it in there and clip it in, I think. I think that's all you do. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm down with that. So then you take a shirt, put it back on him. Yeah, so that is the Mattel Masters of the Universe Roddy Piper figure. I think with all the stuff off, I almost like it better. But, you know, we'll probably keep the shirt. I don't like how the shirt is like, or how the shirt has like squared off pecs. That's just weird. You shouldn't have done that. Like, it's just weird. I'm not a fan of that. The rest of it I like. I think it's cool. I never watched, well, I mean, I watched it as a kid. I don't remember anything about it. I wasn't a fan of Masters of the Universe, so if it didn't involve wrestling, I wouldn't have this. But, yeah. So, if you enjoyed that, and you want to get yourself one, this is, it was the 2020 Mattel Masters of the Universe Roddy Piper Evil Hot Rod. I don't know how many of these they actually made. I don't think they made a whole lot. I think the line, it ended kind of quick. But, you can see Jake the Snake in the background up there on the top. But, yeah. If you like it, you know where it's from now. If you like the content and you want to see more, mainly, fair warning, most of my stuff is vintage. So I don't do a lot of modern stuff. I try to mix it in for the subscribers that like that, but most of my stuff is always going to be vintage stuff. So, I mean, it's what I have, so it's what I can show you. Like, I mean, here down right below you is a bunch of WCW figures, and here's another one we need to open. So that is the Yes Walmart, the Only at Walmart Superstar Mattel. This is from 2014. So it's just something I came across, so I picked it up. Figure we'll open it, review it. We have that. I have some of this stuff that's on the wall that eventually I plan on opening. Depends on how big the channel gets. If the channel gets big enough, I'll start opening all the stuff. But here is Classic Superstars, Jakks Pacific. So Jakks may be my favorite line of toy makers like that there is. I really like Toy Biz, but Jakks with the Bone Crunchers, which is what you see behind everything. Next to it over here is Titantrons. Below is all men on card Titantrons. And then there's a whole shelf of ECW. There's Jakks stuff all above. Ring Giants. There's more a whole bunch more, actually. Titantrons up there. So, yeah, I have this. I believe this is the very first series from Jakks Pacific. This is series 1. I was kind of surprised when I started to look this up and see what it was worth. But, yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to open it here on the channel. So, yeah, if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe. We'll get into it. Yeah, because I believe the Series 1, people was talking that The Undertaker wasn't the best figure. But, yeah, huge fan of Jakks Pacific, so kind of stoked on that. But yeah, I don't want to take a whole bunch more of your time. So I do a lot of this. I will do more. The more the channel grows, the more I'll do. It's just it needs to justify the time. Like I said, I have a different channel, much bigger, different things, like something completely different, and that takes my focus. This is a side quest. I just decided that I wanted to collect all this stuff. That's how this started. I told myself, I said, man, I want to start collecting vintage wrestling stuff. And I did. For a long time now. Well, for 2 or 3 years. And it's gotten very large, the collection. Lots of stuff. There's TNA up there. That's a whole shelf of knockoff stuff. Like bootleg stuff. Some old, some kind of newish, like more modern, but some like, I don't know, wrestling buddies. There's a Shawn Michaels bear. Oh yeah, just came across that. It's a 1-800-WCW card, your credit card, back in the day, and it's just a cooler bag. So that's full of vintage cards, some modern cards. I don't know. There's too much stuff to talk about. You need to subscribe, and then, we'll talk about the ECW stuff up there, the muscle figures, the LJNs, the Bone Crunchers, the Hasbros, all the multiple kinds of WCWs. And I like to keep, if I can, have a mint on card version of the line. So, yeah, I don't want to take any more of your time. But like a lot of this here, I love the packaging. That's one thing I don't say enough. The packaging for me is a big deal. So I do a lot of stuff around the packaging and like back of the box kind of series. So I have a lot of stuff coming. So if you enjoy, subscribe. This time we're really done. See you next time.